with all the contact. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
You know, what you like about LaVine, he just keeps improving, keeps getting better, a little more strength and focus. And we're talking potentially an all-star.
Now, here's Brogdon. He has 5. And stolen by AI. For the finish.
Let's try to get as much posterized as you could.
And this sort of awesome
get you the my points you needed.
This team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, I used to love going up.
Put on Hall of Fame, so if you won't contest no shots,
Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offers scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on. Let's move it.
They cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The Bulls getting the bucket. And stolen by AI. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. LaVine can't hit. Brogdon against LaVine. And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got 7 points in the game.
And love the professional, hard-nosed approach that Brogdon takes. So good at adjusting, even through contact.
Now, here's Parker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And out of bounds is the Bucks.
First miss all again.
And just a
fantastic games
for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their efforts.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
The amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Here for Milwaukee. Akers checked in for Harry Giles. Henson comes in for Ilyasova. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Simmons subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot up. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get up? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hissy jumper, as he calls it. He can go in the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Snell's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a wide open look for Simmons. And again, the Bucks miss.
Huh?
Chicago leading by 4.
I didn't know you had the car was still there. The car just deleted. But the grinding was still doing. I just realized that.
With that shot.
And that bucket
I don't know that feat.
What has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the
Yeah.
way they're attacking the middle. And that they're all
I deleted the card and I stopped the prime.
Simmons against LaVine. Stolen by Henson. And stolen by AI. And AI throws it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Bucks trail by 8. Connaughton kicks to Maker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And a chance here to see where the Bucks currently sit in the NBA statistically.
And it's their ranking and the three-point percentage that really catches my eye. A team stocked with some real sharpshooters. And when you can stroke it like that, the green light doesn't get any brighter.
The skill set package that Maker has is intriguing. A long, lanky, big guy who can shoot it and rebound. I think he just needs to focus on being more consistent.
Here's Connaughton taking a look at his numbers. He averages about 7 points a game. Carter with the block. Valentine with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Carter dishes to AI. Bill with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver. Final game of the regular season. Momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in 07. I called it the entertaining as hell tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the 2 conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final 2 games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game is important, and maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference.
Everything I say.
And then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10. You have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple days. Use the TV revenue from that, because you could get good money from that, to maybe shorten the season. Which would be, for me, the #1 thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. There's too many nights where the players... I just think basketball is really hard to play.
We were talking about the length of the NBA season and various opinions on shortening it. I suppose, Bill, one argument is that you want regular season games to be more significant, and you want that regular season to mean something.
Mean a little bit more.
Yeah.
Make the pace, I don't know. When you get after the All-Star break, you can really feel these guys slogging through. You know, and especially with the good teams, like a team like Golden State. All they did all year was whine and complain. Oh, well, we knew this was going to be a hard season. It can't be that hard. You have 4 of the best 20 players. Like, settle down. I think you'll be fine. You're winning every game by 30 points. Yeah. But I wish they would tighten the season.
And so it's Milwaukee now. After the miss from Daniel. Simmons with it. AI picks him up. 6 to shoot. Maker passes to Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And
wow, I ain't jumped.
Simmons.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
Now, here's Valentine. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The Bucks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. The first free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Now, here's AI. It's coming off an unbelievably effective scoring game. And AI throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Simmons. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And
well, you just tell you no, right?
We'll be right back. Malcolm Brogdon was the 2016-17 NBA Rookie of the Year. He spoke about Giannis Antetokounmpo and his willingness to listen and learn.
He's going to listen, whether you're giving him advice. Even as a rookie, he was listening, and I would listen to him, but he was actually, if I saw something as a point guard, he would actually listen to me and try it out the next play, and that's special. You don't have many guys at his status that are doing that.
Yeah, that's very rare indeed. Being a sponge early on and Greg soaking up new ways to expand your game is important.
Kevin, no question at all. Plus, the humility. Knowing your teammates can help you grow. Easy to see why they love him in Milwaukee.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
Maker out there with John Henson. Then there's Tony Snell. Then it's Simmons. And it's Connaughton into the two-guy. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Knicks was outstanding. Just an incredible number of points. And as always, was at the defensive end as well. He blocked a lot of shots. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide them. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge that. You're going to have to.
Well, you challenge people, that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And
That's
you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it.
Yeah. So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk. We did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And the Bucks with some changes. Antetokounmpo comes in for Thon Maker. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Tony Snell. Now, here's AI. 32 points in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, the guys now are so used to talking to people, being in front of people. You know, they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable.
Plus
Maybe
they've kind of grown up with you, though, too. You know, you've been relevant for many years.
Well,
they've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the white guy on NBA Countdown. They might not have read me, but they remember like the year I was with Jalen Rose. You know, but what's weird is
I think you'd be surprised more.
Well, you know this too. When you're on TV, the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA.
Oh, really?
I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you pass some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
Oh, 100%.
2K. This is it. I'm stamping you right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later, they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. Triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Here's Giles after the made shot from Daniel. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Tremendous anticipation from Antetokounmpo, sensing some separation as that pass was coming, and then simply rising up and knocking down the jumper.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul. Beans checked in for Valentine. Daniel, the pass to Cousins. Top of the key jumper, no good.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
Now here's Bledsoe. A 23-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Now here's Ayan. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Ayan. Cousins has got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Giles. He's guarded by Cousins. Antetokounmpo. It's good. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Levine finds Parker. Here's Daniel, and AI throws it down.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Here's Giles. An 11-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw
No.
line, really because
Why?
of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Now here's Levine. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul that goes on Ilyasova. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Now, here's Ayan. Shot clock at 5. And AI throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days, and as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Oh, here's Parker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And let's check out the numbers for AI. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 9 assists and almost 3.5 steals. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
Huh?
Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. To the inside. Giles kicks to Brogdon. Clock at 6. Here's the floater, and it's good on the layup. Brogdon's got 9.
How about Brogdon with the floating jumper? You know when he's pulling that one out, he's feeling really good.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something.
The falling Giannis.
Bulls have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%. And love how he's getting himself to the line this quarter. If he keeps it up, it'll end up creating some foul problems on the other side, and that can always help a team's cause.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's got 9. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. You look at AI, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo just behind him. Another guy who can get a lot of points, top 5.
What a threat both of these guys have proven to be, especially over this stretch. Scoring machines.
No question about it. Bledsoe has major bounce now. Fantastic at elevating and throwing it down.
Levine kicks to Parker. And AI throws it down.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
And so it's Milwaukee now. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Brogdon the pass to Ilyasova. Bledsoe for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
You know, Bledsoe is a decent shooter from outside, but I think it's really important that he continues to connect from there.
Now, here's AI. Defense is right there. And AI throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Bledsoe. 12 points for him. Rejected by Daniel.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up. It's shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Bledsoe. Cousins pulls it in.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And it's AI missing. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Bucks, trailing by 13. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. Over the first half of a 2-game trip. There's contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So it'll be Giannis.
Who there you that, boy? Who there you that?
Shooting. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Thon Maker's checked in for Giles. Tony Snell comes in for Ilyasova. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Simmons subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Now, Antetokounmpo. He's got 15. Chicago grabs the miss. Temple's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to AI. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Chicago. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And checking out Milwaukee, they're tied right now.
And I think for Milwaukee, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
And stolen by AI.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Puts it up from 15. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 10 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
The patience that Antetokounmpo plays with is really impressive for such a young guy. I mean, he doesn't rush anything.
Always full of terrific insight. Oh!
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the road.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Right side Simmons, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Simmons. And the Bucks back in 2001, advancing to the conference finals in the subsequent 17 seasons, Clark. They've yet to win a playoff series. Is this the year?
Well, when you have a top 5 caliber player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, expectations rise, and you do have a better chance to advance in the playoffs. Earning a top seed, though, I think is important because that gives you home court advantage, which we know is helpful.
He kicks it to Maker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And here is Simmons. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Here's Connaughton. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And that's how Levine's coaches want him to compete, Kevin. I mean, he's maintaining good defensive position, and as a result, forces a tough shot.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. It's not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half. Shot way above his average.
Exactly, Greg. And, you know, when he's scoring like this, they're tough to stop.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. They've got Zach LaVine, Parker out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Markkanen, and it's Daniel in at the point. Fans can see what a team is doing on the court, but they can't see behind the scenes. Mark, in your experience, what are some of the hallmarks of a team with great locker room chemistry?
Yeah, you know, it varies from team to team. You know, you got various personalities, but I think the one common theme is really a respect for each other and a willingness to sacrifice for each other. That creates an atmosphere for people to be their best. Teams that have good chemistry, there may be friction, there may be drama, but underneath any of that is a real respect for each other and a commitment to sacrificing for each other.
As fearless and physical as he is, Boogie gets to the line more than just about anyone.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. AI kicks to LaVine. AI left side. Look at that jam.
Come on now, bring the thunder, rock that
What is he
rim.
doing? Water?
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Up top, Cousins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
Bucks trail by 13. Brogdon with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Bledsoe, and the rejection by Daniel, and he recovers it.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
That's to Cousins. On the wing, LaVine. And then LaVine with the jam.
Well, we know LaVine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Deflects the pass. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points now this quarter. The Bulls leading by 13. Now here's LaVine. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's foul number 2 for him. Cousins inside, and Cousins throws it down.
Yeah, dynamic finish by Cousins. Not a freak athlete, but he's a gamer for sure.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
LaVine kicks to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for AI.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. No good from Bledsoe.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
The rebound by Giles. Giles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
Lots of room. They get it again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Cousins dishes to AI. Back to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And AI throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic. Kevin, it certainly hasn't been for lack of effort, but still, his team needs him to do more out there.
Outside, Levine. Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, how about the concentration of Antetokounmpo? I mean, he expects to get hit when he's taking it strong to the rim and still is able to muscle his way through contact.
Pass to Parker. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
You know, I think it's critical that Bledsoe shoots with confidence off the catch. I mean, I like that mentality.
Daniel, the pass to Levine. Kicks it to Parker. To the middle. Here's Daniel, and AI throws it down.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Thon Maker's checked in for Harry Giles. John Henson comes in for Ilyasova. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Simmons subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. AI kicks to Parker. There's the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Parker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And you really can't disregard the sniping ability of Parker. I mean, when he gets comfortable from there, he can knock down 3-pointers.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rook. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
Daniel, the pass to Cousins. Basket, good. Cousins has got 17.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots. No question about it, Kevin. I mean, he used to just try to blow by defenders. Now he'll go right through you. He'll get his weight into you, get you on your heels, and then with that unbelievable reach, you've got no chance.
AI dishes to Valentine. Here's Daniel. Whoa!
Hey, watch out now. Watch out. Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Maker. A three from Simmons. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, he's so creative with the ball and his ability to shake free from bigger guys to knock down those triples. Boy, that's a thing of beauty there.
AI with the bucket.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Stolen. 3-on-3. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, you once worked for the Indiana Pacers, vice president, player relations, and really had your fingerprints on a lot of part of that organization. Could you see yourself going back to an NBA front office role?
I don't anticipate that. I love what I do as a broadcaster. I really feel as though I'm right where God wants me to be. Currently had a wonderful tenure with the Pacers, 32 years between playing, broadcasting both radio and television, and then 4 years in the VP of player relations.
Oh, goodness. Mercy, mercy me. Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Here's Simmons. That one, no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
One shot.
That's good from Simmons. And here are the Bulls now. It's a 16-point game. Here's AI. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Yet another bucket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Outside, Simmons. Over AI. No good from Simmons.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And that one, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Connaughton. He's got 8. It's deflected. Here's Carter. A rebound by the Bucks. 1:49 left in the third quarter of the game. To the middle. Here's Henson. Out left to the wing. Here's Connaughton. Hands it from downtown. Connaughton's got 11.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
AI kicks to Valentine. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's the Bucks on the break. Simmons is running. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Temple gets the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Connaughton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to score a much better percentage.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
The first one falls for him. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's Chicago now. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Carter, rebounded by Maker. Bucks trail by 17. Outside, Simmons. Antetokounmpo finds Simmons. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Simmons got 18 points in the game. Shot game clock separated by 5. Here's Temple. 8 points for him. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Outside for Simmons. Pass to Antetokounmpo with 4 seconds on the clock. That one misses. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls out front. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Simmons, John Henson out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Maker, and it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And the shot goes down. Antetokounmpo's got 15 points here in the 2nd half.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
Valentine passes to Temple. And AI throws it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
That one goes. Count it. Simmons got 20 points.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
AI dishes to Valentine. Floats it up for AI. And he makes good on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Boy, he's willed this team to the lead, demanding the rock and capitalizing with ease.
Here's Simmons. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. AI kicks to Valentine. Down low. Here's Daniel. And AI throws it down.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Right side out of the Antetokounmpo. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Giles checked in for Maker. Ilyasova comes in for John Henson. Brogdon, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Simmons. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. Bledsoe left side. Pass to Brogdon. Shot clock at 6. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Parker's shot is off.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Passes it to Markkanen. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And I tell you, the versatility of Markkanen makes you salivate, guys. A big guy with range for days. And I think he's only going to get better and better.
Shooting for Chicago. 2 shots. That free throw good for Markkanen. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Bulls. Good on both. We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course. If that's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, I mean, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
Now, here's Ayan. He's guarded by Brogdon. Parker with no one around. And again, Chicago. No good.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Brogdon finds Antetokounmpo. Down low. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 6 assists in the game.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Another bucket. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Brogdon the pass to Ilyasova. For 3, Bledsoe. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It's a major challenge trying to contain Bledsoe. I mean, when he's being aggressive, he puts the defense in a tough spot. And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it. And that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace. Those are things he can tighten up.
And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, an athletic and strong player at his position is Bledsoe. And he's a confident guy who I think makes an impact at both ends of the floor.
And playing under Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul, Eric Bledsoe got the message about playing Clark at 2 speeds.
Well, you know, it's almost like baseball. You've got to have a little change of pace in your game, the change-up to keep hitters off balance in baseball, same in basketball. And his strength helps him, too, now. He can hold off his defender while he downshifts to make decisions with the ball.
Here's Giles. He's guarded by Cousins. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
To the paint. Here's Markkanen. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Bulls lead by 17. Here's Bledsoe. No good there. Nice D from Daniel.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Got a hand on it, but they get it back. Antetokounmpo against Markkanen, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. Bulls on D. They lead by 17. A steal, and he's got a 5-by-5.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Inside, Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his third assist on the night. Now, here's Ayan. Guarded closely.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Outside, Levine. Parker kicks to Cousins. 6 to shoot. AI outside. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jabari Parker.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
That free throw, no good. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
And here they go. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Antetokounmpo's got 12 now in this quarter.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Here's Cousins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. They're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And that game against the Pacers, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W. And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there. Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's had. Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle, spreading it around.
AI outside to the inside. Count it. And that's now 20 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Bucket is good.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Inside, it's deflected. Now here's Bledsoe. He's guarded by AI. An inventive alley-oop jam.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Well, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Yeah, what you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Cousins with the bucket.
This is what every opponent dreads when they're facing Cousins. A game where he is playing with full emotion.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 14. The pass to Brogdon. On the clock. with the shot. No good that time. Excellent D there from Parker.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Ilyasova, no one around him. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Boy, Ilyasova, really an aggressive mindset scorer. I mean, when he's in rhythm and he's getting the ball in a good spot, he's a highly effective point producer.
Antetokounmpo finds Bledsoe. Rejected by Daniel. They get it back. Levine against Bledsoe. Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Yeah, and the confidence really at a high level. Very impressive. They feel like this game is theirs, dominating right now.
Bounce pass from Ilyasova. Here's Bledsoe. An easy 2 points on the layup. Bledsoe's got 9 points in the quarter.
This is what Bledsoe loves doing. I mean, penetrating, probing, finding his way, looking to get close to the bucket. That's when he's at his best.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. The Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
There's Parker with the three, sinks the triple.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, is going to be rather flat.
And there's the feed to AI. The putback, and Parker stays with it.
Oh, I tell you what, tremendous work rate in getting to the glass by Parker. If you don't box him out, he'll make you pay for it.
Poked away and stolen by AI. Parker outside to the paint. Daniel, the pass to Levine. Floats it up for AI. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the thing.
Hi, this is Shaq. I liked your Russell Westbrook impersonation tonight. When did you first realize that you were getting close to that triple-double?
You know, I guess it's, I realized I was close when they announced that I had one. I mean, it's cool. I'm never going to be that kind of dude who starts pushing teammates out the way. I just try to get like 10 rebounds or something. I actually dislike triple doubles. You know, it invites people to focus on that feat instead of looking at everything else that happened in the game. I think the fans are a little savvier than that one, you know?
They need that thing, you know. Say he dislikes triple doubles? This kid is different. Back to you, Ernie.
Thanks, man. See you.